All right, let's talk about this because Chiefs Kingdom, things are getting wild right now. Tyreek Hill is eager to come back to Kansas City, and Andy Reid has given his blessing. You can feel the buzz, fans, players, and coaches. Everybody's hyped about the possibility of Hill reuniting with the team. And let's be real. If this happens, the Chiefs offense is going to be flat out unstoppable. Another Super Bowl? Yeah. That road starts looking a whole lot clearer. Get ready because Tyreek Hill might be coming home. But that's just the beginning. There's something big brewing in Kansas City. We're talking major shakeups on the offensive line, a wide receiver corps that could be completely transformed, and now superstar names are being linked to the Chiefs. Could Patrick Mahomes be getting a brand new elite weapon? Is Brett Veach about to pull off another blockbuster movie? We have to talk about this. But before we dive in, do me a favor, drop a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of what could be a franchise-altering moment for the Kansas City Chiefs. Trust me, you're going to want to stay locked in because this offseason, it's already shaping up to be absolutely insane. So let's break down what we know so far. Trey Smith is back on the franchise tag. Joe Thuney, he's been traded to the Bears. And 5 wide receivers are hitting free agency. One thing's clear, change is coming. And it could be massive. That brings us to the hottest rumor right now. According to Ian Rappaport, DK Metcalf has requested a trade. And the Seahawks, they're listening to offers. Let that sink in. A receiver of DK's caliber doesn't hit the market often. The dude's 6'4", 235 pounds. An absolute monster. Pairing him with Patrick Mahomes, that's just straight up unfair for defenses. As it stands right now, the Chiefs have Rashee Rice and rookie Xavier Worthy as their top receivers. But let's be honest, this offense still needs a true Rowan and DK Metcalf. He could be that missing piece. But here's the catch, okay? And it's a big one. Metcalf carries a $32 million cap hit this season. Any team that trades for him will also need to sign him to a new deal. So the big question is, would the Chiefs be willing to make that kind of blockbuster move? Well, history says yes. They traded for Frank Clark. They traded for Orlando Brown Jr. And if Brett Veach believes Metcalf is the piece that puts this team over the top, don't be surprised if he pulls the trigger again. But I want to know what you think. Chiefs Kingdom. Do you want DK Metcalf in Kansas City? Drop a yes in the comments if you're in, or let me know if you pass on this move. But wait, the Metcalf rumors, they're not even the biggest story breaking right. Because guess what? Davante Adams has just been released by the New York Jets, freeing up $30 million in cap space. And wouldn't you know it, the Chiefs are already being mentioned as a top landing spot. Let's be real. Kansas City rotated through 7 different starting wide receivers last season. They need a proven Rowan and Adams. He fits that bill perfectly. Picture that Adams at Warex, dominating in man coverage, Rashee Rice in the slot, creating mismatches, Xavier Worthy as the deep threat, the fastest receiver in the league. That trio, scary. And let's not forget, Adams wants to win. He's made it crystal clear that he's willing to sacrifice individual stats for a shot at another Super Bowl, and who better to help him get there than Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Now, there's an interesting twist here. Some of you might remember back in 2022 when Adams shoved a cameraman at Arrowhead after a loss to the Chiefs. The NFL investigated, but ultimately he wasn't punished. Would that history play a role in a potential signing? Probably not, but it's something to keep in mind. What we do know is that Adams still has plenty left in the tank. 12 NFL seasons, over 11,000 receiving yards, 103 career touchdowns, and he's led the league in TD receptions twice. Pair him with Mahomes, and suddenly this Chiefs offense, it's right back to being the most dangerous in the league. One thing's for sure, the Chiefs aren't standing still. They know Mahomes needs more firepower, and it feels like something major is coming. So Chiefs fans, what's the next move? Trade for DK Metcalf, sign Davante Adams, or maybe pull off another surprise move? Drop your predictions in the comments. I want to hear from you. And if you want to stay ahead of every single move the Chiefs make this offseason, you have to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now because we're bringing you instant updates, breaking news, and live reactions as this offseason unfolds. It's going to be a crazy next few weeks, and we've got you covered every step of the way. As we approach the start of the 2025 free agency on March 12th, the Chiefs are left to figure out how to rebuild their defensive line. Rumors are already circulating that Omenihu could be a target for AFC rivals, like the Ravens or Bengals, which means Kansas City is going to need to scramble and find some budget-friendly replacements. If they can't find suitable talent, that could add even more pressure on Patrick Mahomes, who already relies on a strong defense to help keep games close. Losing Omenihu could seriously impact the Chiefs' Super Bowl aspirations for the 2025 season. But on the flip side, if the Chiefs can land a solid new signing, they might be able to shift the momentum back in their favor. It's a pivotal time, and Chiefs fans are definitely on edge, wondering if Allman will stick around or if the team will need to find a new hero to step up and support Mahomes. Speaking of big comebacks, Travis Kelce has confirmed he's coming back for the 2025 NFL season, and this time it's personal. After a tough Super Bowl loss in a season that didn't meet his usual high standards, Kelce is ready for redemption. The 12-year veteran still believes he has elite football left in him. But the real question is whether he can bounce back after what was, by his standards, a subpar season. Following back-to-back Super Bowl victories in 2022 and 2023, the Chiefs were riding high and on the verge of something historic, potential three-peat. But that dream came to a crashing halt when they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59. For Kelce, the sting wasn't just in losing the biggest game of the year, but in his own performance. Despite being Mahomes' most trusted target, Kelce had one of the least productive seasons of his entire career. With just 823 receiving yards and only 3 touchdowns, it was a far cry from what fans have come to expect from him. To put it into perspective, that was his lowest touchdown total since his rookie year in 2013, when he played just 1 game. And then came Super Bowl 59. Kelce had 0 catches in the first half, and the Chiefs were down 27-0 before he made his first reception. By the time the game was over, he finished with just 4 catches for 39 yards. That's not the kind of performance we're used to seeing from him in the biggest game. It was a rare moment of self-reflection from one of the most dominant tight ends in NFL history when he admitted, "I don't think it was my best performance. I feel like I let my guys down more times than I helped them." That's a level of self-criticism you don't often hear from Kelce, who's usually confident in his game. But now, after all that disappointment, he's ready for a redemption tour. Kelce knows that his $19.08 million cap hit adds even more pressure for him to perform. But instead of letting that weigh him down, he's using it as motivation. "I want to make a real run at this," he said. "I've got a bad taste in my mouth about how the season ended and how I played. The question now is, when Kelce return to his elite form, will he be able to help the Chiefs make another Super Bowl run and prove that he's still one of the best in the business?" Looking ahead, let's talk about a team that's on the brink of history. The Chiefs are headed to the Super Bowl for the 5th time in 6 seasons. This isn't just a team. This is a dynasty in the making. After an intense 32-29 win over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship, the Chiefs are now just 1 game away from making NFL history. If they win, it will mark their 4th Lombardi trophy and a 3rd consecutive Super Bowl title. This is greatness, and a huge part of that greatness is Patrick Mahomes. After securing his 17th playoff win, Mahomes has now passed the legendary Joe Montana on the all-time postseason wins list. Just let that sink in. Mahomes is now only second to Tom Brady. And the crazy part, Mahomes is just 29 years old. The future is incredibly bright for him. And as fans, we're here for every moment of it. Now, speaking of memorable moments, let's talk about that one moment in the AFC title game that everyone's been laughing about. I'm sure you all know exactly what I mean. The infamous Mahomes spike attempt after he scored a rushing touchdown. Let's just say it didn't go quite as planned. Even Mahomes couldn't help but laugh at himself, admitting, "This is why I don't spike the ball." And if that wasn't enough, the Chiefs Twitter account jumped in on the fun, calling for none other than Travis Kelce, give Mahomes a lesson in spiking. Honestly, that's probably not a bad idea. Maybe Kelce could host a spiking clinic before Super Bowl Sunday. But here's the beauty of it. This is exactly why we love Patrick Mahomes. He's not just a generational talent, but he's down to earth, relatable, and always willing to laugh at himself. That's leadership. That's confidence. And that's why this team rallies around him week after week, year after year. Now, as we prepare for Super Bowl 59, we know that we've got a massive challenge ahead. The Philadelphia Eagles are a tough opponent, but the Chiefs have proven time and time again that they can rise to the occasion. Whether it's Mahomes throwing in those perfect passes, Kelce dominating defenses, or Chris Jones wreaking havoc in the trenches, this Chiefs team is built for moments like this. Chiefs Kingdom, this is our time. The energy, the passion, the sea of red, it's unmatched. Arrowhead isn't just a stadium. It's a force of nature, and as we gear up for another Super Bowl, it's time to take that energy global. So let's embrace every moment. Let's laugh at the spiking moments. Let's celebrate the records, and let's cheer this team on like never before. I'll be back tomorrow with another update. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you all soon.